I'm in Hollingstone's East again. I still haven't even uploaded the video from when I did DS a couple days ago. But I believe she's up again right now. And we're going to be very shortly anyways. And so I'm planning on killing her again, regardless of what she has. And then I'm thinking about trying to kill this big guy here. And then I'm also tempted to either try to get farther back in the wing to the back room, which sounds like it might be my best chance to solo East names, or potentially trying to use fight in this hallway, because there's a name placeholder right on the other side of this doorway here, and there's a couple mobs that I could use to try and make that happen. So those are the things that I have going on right now, and we'll see how it goes. For now, I'm just going to get the pet charmed up. Uh-oh, I'm going to get hard touched. Oh, that was close. He was so close to aggroing me. I'm going to charm up the pet and get him buffed so that he's all ready for DS, and then I will park him in the right spot and pull her when she respawns. I have VOG now, which is nice. That'll, I don't really know if it will make much of a difference in killing stuff compared to having Anya's Quickening or Wondrous Rapidity. He might actually do less damage with AQ compared to Wondrous Rapidity, but it's all good. I'm gonna dazzle him again here. Oops. That would require him not being my pet. Blur him a few times, and then I'll sit down in med and get Berserker Spirit, Bedlam, refreshed, while I wait for her to spawn. She should be up in right now. She pops right here. I logged on a little late. I should have logged on about a minute sooner, and I could have had my pet parked in the right spot. And because sometimes you can see there, she repopped. She's got her rod, so the crappy drop. But hopefully I'll get a nice spell or something. But yeah, if I would have respawned, or if I would have been in like a minute sooner, I could have pulled her the first time she paths. Sometimes you get lucky and you can pull her before she and you can get her pulled before she summons her pet, which is nice, but it's not really a big deal. I'm almost positive he's blurred. 3 memblers, so he'll wander over to his spot, and then I'll dazzle him there and proceed with my pull. If I really wanted to improve my chances of killing her, I could probably have buffed my pet with Bedlam and Rune as well, so that he's a little less reliant on me. That's some crap. Now there goes getting her pulled before she's pissed off at me, since now I need to calm him and blur him again. And then wait a minute and a half for him to wander back over to the door here. And I need to recast Rune. Guess I should have used IVU to check to make sure he was blurred, but what are you gonna do? Be lazy, that's what. Okay, this time he's blurred. If she stands there long enough, I might be able to grab her right now. Oh, she wandered off already, I think. Yeah. So I'll give him a minute and won't worry about getting him as yet, because she's gonna path right and then left and then right and then back towards me again, I think. So it'll be a second. Crap, I lost my target on DS. I had her targeted a minute ago, but then I clicked off too many times. Oh, that's not going to take because he's got his other. Alright, so I think what I realized, it used to be that you could just keep him dazzled and aggroed on this spot. And then when DS pathed close, she would immediately try to assist him because he was aggroed. Now it's looking like, oh shit, I aggroed him by running up close. Now it's looking like the pet, she will not assist him if he's standing here dazzled. And the only way it works is if you get initial aggro on the mob I'm targeted on now while she is standing close. That's the only way that I got her to assist so far. She doesn't come by walking up next to something that's already aggroed. I don't know if, it never used to be this way. I don't know if they changed the pathing location slightly so that she's farther away than she used to be or something, or if they changed the assist radiuses so that there's an initial assist radius that's bigger than the subsequent assist radius, or if she's been changed specifically so that they were trying to get rid of this way of pulling her or something. But regardless, it's just one extra little thing you got to worry about when you're trying to pull her now compared to what it took before. I guess I could put Bedlam there first. Oh, I usually keep Wandering Mind in that spot for the pull, and I forgot to, but it's not going to be up in time this time anyways, so. Alright, when she comes close, go snag my pet. There she comes. I don't know if that aggroed her. I guess it did. That was nice of her to cast a spell on me. Doesn't means I'm not even going to lose my my Bedlam. Shit, I'm a little slow here. She's gonna. Uh-oh. I fucked that up. I got lucky that the allure or the dazzle stuck on DS right away, or else I would have been in trouble there. But I can still probably pull this off, even though it sucks now that just keep him rooted back there and let my pet kill her after all, since that's what's going on now. I don't know, I'm not sure what happened there. I guess, oh, I had him rooted, right? Yeah, and the root wore off quicker than I wanted it to. So she needs a few stuns to help keep him in the lead here, because I'm pretty sure she's stuck at least one dot on him, and her dots can be quite nasty. Obviously, if I have a charm break here, it's going to be the end of the world, and I'm going to have to hat out. Shit. That's a charm. Now, those resists are bad. I need to keep my mana up enough to chain stun her when she starts gating. I'm going to camp out right now instead of trying to salvage his charm, because I don't know if I guess he's not dotted, he's not really losing life, but I don't want to take my chances with camping out and him, by the time I get back in, him being not right next to me, so that I might be able to get away with not losing my rune here in breaking charm. Unfortunate that she only had her rod, but fortunate that I managed to pull the fight off. Didn't have any charm breaks, despite botching the pull. What happened there at the beginning was that I was a little slow on swapping spells around and toshing her pet if I did and stuff, and then so Dazzle wore off, or Rapture wore off her just after Dazzle had worn off on my pet. So I had to stun my pet, dazzle her. Fortunately, she didn't resist, and then I didn't have time to mez my pet before that stun was going to wear off, so I cast my other stun, which is a very short duration one, and had to root him. And then I was trying to get sorted there and taking my time, but the root wore off of my pet right away, and he charged and attacked DS and broke the mez on her, so at that point I just had to try and salvage what was left. Alright, so I'm going to try to log back in and hope that he's not standing right next to me, beating on me and killing my rune and my hit points as soon as I come in. There might be enough hit points still that he can still summon even, so. So now what I'm going to do is recover from that pull, get my mana back up, recast my shorter duration buffs. Pet should still have his buffs because VOG lasts for like 40 minutes or whatever. And then I'll try to calm the mobs that are in DS's room to pull the Mortiferous Protector, who is one of the normal named mobs in East, out of the room and kill him solo. That should be interesting because the stuff in there is quite high level and it's very dangerous to calm all that stuff. Like, higher level stuff will resist calm more often, and the more often you get a resist, the more chances there are for a critical resist, which is what aggroes stuff when you're trying to lull them. Your high charisma, 255, means that you don't get as many crit resists. But when you're dealing with stuff that's this high and you're getting a lot of regular resists, that it obviously increases your chances of getting a crit resist eventually. So dazzle him to get ready. Use him for Theft of Thought and Wandering Mind when he comes back around the corner again to help get ready for the fight. Actually, I guess I can do it right there without waiting for him to come closer. It'll be interesting, this plan here that I have, because you know, I need to have the pet charmed while I'm trying to calm this room. So that way, if I get an aggro of 2 or 3 things, I can try to sick my pet on the named guy, and I might be able to salvage the fight by calming and blurring the ads so that they wander off, and then still salvaging the fight against the big guy. If they all aggro me when I don't have a charm, then it'll be too hard to get them mezzed, locked down, so that I can calm and blur and whatnot. But having him charmed means that he's going to be standing there waiting to break, and he's going to come beat me up and kill my bedlam and my rune, which really makes for an annoying rebuff. Takes a lot of mana, you know, so that's part of why I'm getting Wandering Mind up here, so that I can put it to use helping me remed here. I should have paid attention to when my dazzle went up. Fortunately, other than the pull, the Mortiferous Protector is a pushover compared to DS, because he only hits for 160 instead of 228. He doesn't proc a life tap, he doesn't cast spells, he doesn't have a pet. He'll resist the same that she does, so... But nothing too special, so... Once I get the pet sorted here... I guess I don't even need to blur him, I can just charm him when this dazzle is winding down, and then see about starting to calm stuff. That was a nice stretch. Get wind up in case I aggro multiples in the process of trying to calm. If I fail the first one, I'm probably screwed, even if I fail the first lull, I'm probably screwed, even if my even if I have my pet loose, so no need in waiting till he's uncharmed. So many resists. Even just getting 3 or 4 mobs calmed before a calm wears off is tricky when you're dealing with stuff that's this high level, because, you know, if it takes 10 tries to get one thing calmed, you know, that's a minute of the duration you had on the very first calm used up already without having aggroed anything. So I've got this guy. I think there's another mob in there, but I don't remember where it is. Off to one of the sides, maybe. Well, that was easy. Maybe not. Shit. Take a screenshot for posterity. As if I'm not doing a video. I don't know why this guy aggroed. He must have been around the corner and I didn't notice him. Oops, it's gonna break the charm. Yes. But like I said, the good news is that the protector isn't especially buff in and of himself. So, as long as I don't have a charm break complicating things while I have an ad here, it shouldn't be hard to, maybe I'll just keep that asshole there. Ooh, I got the wrong spells up too, that would have been trouble. Maybe I'll just keep him there, and kill him also. And I'll clear this room to try and fight into the back. The pet's just spanking him, because all he is a level 55 melee mob. Plus the pet's level 51, so he's pretty buff also. I haven't given him any minus magic resist gear or proccing weapons, so he's pretty vanilla. I don't know what kind of respawn these guys have, but probably gonna get summoned. Oh, he didn't even have a real drop. It's a ruby. Oh well. This guy's only level 52. Typing gets you every time, man. If this blurs my pet, I'm tempted to just let him heal up right now. Refresh my Tosh. Or, alternatively, my pet could just never blur. I thought I had him calmed and that I'd be able to get him to heal up here while I wait to recharm him. Of course, I'm dumb because I had this up and I didn't notice it. Yeah, screw it. least I'm getting some gems off this crap. Alright. See how my levels go this time. Maybe these guys are lower than I thought on average. I thought they were like 53 or 54, but that one was 52, and I thought a couple quick columns stick already. So now I can't see of him. I think I'm gonna pull this last one to kill, and then I'm gonna zip through. Actually, I don't need that one. I need to kill the other one on the other side. I think I can avoid. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. Kill this one. I think that I can, I'm going to ditch my pet and leave him back here in a minute here. And then try to get through this room quickly. That back door is locked, so I have to go through it, and you can't even get a key for it. I have to go through it just like I would using the stalking probes to get through the south door when I don't have the key on me. But since there's there's mobs in that room, you gotta be quick. Nice. Ooh, look at all that. Fancy. As soon as I blur him, I'm going to invis through the next room. Did I get him blurred right there? Yep. Before these columns wear off. Well, I guess I'm invis now anyway, so it doesn't matter. They don't see invis. I don't think there's any other mobs in this room. Okay, so that spot over there. DS spawns here, and straight across there is another spawn. Now there's a trash mob that can be... I don't think these guys will aggro me right here. Oops, except that guy will. And that's trouble. I didn't see him standing there. Well, hopefully I don't get a respawn, and hopefully I'm far enough away from those two that they don't assist here when the column wears off in the near future. I need to get this guy calmed and then blurred so he leaves me alone, and then I need to squeak through the door with the stalking probe trick before the mob in the corner respawns. Oh Lord. An alternative way of doing this is you resisted mez even. Shit. Maybe I can still pull it off. As long as the other one doesn't come, I think I can still. that they both take. Come on, AoE, go off again. Okay. So I didn't think that those guys were going to aggro, but it looks like they will. So I have to call on this guy still too. That was easy. Now I can get through the door quick before we have respawns. Okay. Gotta see what I'm getting myself into in the next room here. So that Spectre right there is unnamed, but he has his bad drop, unfortunately, because his other drop is a sword that's super nice, but it's rare. So that's the guy that I'm looking to be back in this room to kill, but I have to get my way into the back of this room in order to do it. So it's kind of a cool area back here. You got lots of spawns down here on the bottom, and some spawns up on the top, and I need to be able to squeeze through there. Oh, it's busy in here. Holy shit. Oh, what the hell's going on? Must be a whole group coming in or something, because, anyways. So I need to probably try to calm a few live mobs, and then I need to calm this helot again so that he leaves me alone while I try to calm these live mobs on the ground in here, and then IVU to zip across. And then I think there's 2 live mobs in the back room. I think it's 2 golems. That one, like behind this wall, one spawns, and behind this wall, one spawns. And there's a teleporter pad that takes you, I think, out of the wing, out of the zone in the back. But I'm definitely going to have to calm at least that guy. Those 2. And I might be able to, I think I'll be able to get up the stairs without aggroing those other 2 on the bottom over there as I run up with IVU on. Make sure the Howling Spectre doesn't see invis. Okay, so what I'm going to start off with is this guy. Guess I should tosh him, huh? So he actually finally stops resisting everything I do. And calm him again so that I don't have to worry about him while I'm casting on the other guys. Get my rune refreshed, since it was knocked down quite a bit. Dealing with that re-aggro golem. But calming these high-level things is a pain in the ass. since I know I have him blurred. Hopefully this does it. Yep. Okay. So now I can try these guys. Alright. That's not so bad. Oh, getting lucky. So I think that I can squeeze through here without aggroing these other golems, and that there's no other live mobs inside. We'll see for sure when I get through this door here. It's a big step. Racist against gnomes. Okay, so after he passed out of my way, I will invis. Come on, douchebag. Get out of my way. After he goes by, I'll switch from IVU to improved invis and tuck into this room and see if either of those mobs is something I could conceivably use as a pet. I think that, I'm not positive, but I think that either right in this corner or maybe like right here, I can stand without aggroing those two golems, even without invis. I'm not positive. I'm going to med up to full before I try it. But I think that in this room I can stand safely and AFK, or I can sit with improved invis for, you know, however long it lasts, 10 or 11 minutes, whatever the set period it lasts, safely, because these golems are in here. And so to fight back here, trying to kill that east named, I got back here with quite a bit of, it was quite easy, I would say. It was luckier, or luckier than I should have been, or easier than I remember, one way or the other, getting back here without any big problems anyways. But now that I'm back here, this room is pretty manageable. You pull the named placeholder solo because of his location. He doesn't pull ads. Nothing else can see him, I'm pretty sure. And then you only have two mobs in this room to worry about. So if you get one of these golems spawned at the good level, or not 52 or above ideally, or you get something else spawned here, this is a fairly safe place to rest up in med, as long as you're careful about where you're standing. You don't bump the pad on accident. I'm very close to it right now. And you know, you can kill the other one of these with your pet. So if this one I charm, I can kill this one, trying to stay back so that I don't train the ad in also. But they're not really high level things, so it's not, I mean, they're high level. They're like 52 to 51 to 56, depending on what the level the named is. But as long as you don't get the level 56 named, everything can be mezzed with normal mezzes without too much difficulty. And that means, you know, even if you get an ad, you can still handle the fight. Like you saw me kill that Mortiferous Protector with the Golem ad. No big deal, right? Even with the Charm Rig. So now that I'm in here, I'm going to carefully find out if I can sit in this corner without aggroing that Golem. I mean, not sit, stand. If I can stand here for a little bit here without him coming at me, I'll probably try to put improved invis up and go test the other corner too, because it's possible that this thing is lower level than this one, and that standing in the other corner on invis will aggro this one, even though standing in this corner doesn't aggro this one. I don't know. We'll find out. It looks like this is a spot that I can work with right now, depending on whatever level that guy is. So I will carefully move around to the other corner. And I'm going to get Wind of Tishani up in case I do aggro them. But see if it works over here too. Nice. Sweet. Okay. So this is a very this is a very workable location back here to kill some of the highest level mobs in the game, tucked back behind tons of variety of nasty harm-touching necro-casting named mobs and a locked door that a rogue can't even, or that only a rogue can open. And cool. All right, I'm working with this. I've been hit back here before. I've killed stuff back here before, but not very much. Most of my experience in East has been just soloing DS or soloing the names in East at the spot over here. I don't know if you can see it from in here. That teleport pad's going to be trouble. It's only a matter of time. Over in here, that area of East. Back before invis pulls were changed, so at a time when you could pull you could pull like a golem past another golem with invis on yourself, and the second golem wouldn't add because it can't see you, therefore it won't try to assist. But that was many years ago, so it's changed since then. Alright, so I need to probably fire Bedlam back up one more time, and then I'll try to I guess I'll try to calm one of these guys, and then Mez, Tosh, charm the other one to see what level things we got to work with here. And hopefully the calm doesn't fail, but if it does, and then see, because of, if I sit, these are going to aggro. I'm almost positive. I don't want to test it right now because that's how positive I am. So I keep improved invis on my bar so that I can cast it to sit and change spells, or to sit and med. You know, if I was standing and didn't have invis on my bar, I don't have any invis clickies, so I'd be SOL. I'd have to sit and aggro them, or do something to aggro them. Let's see how this goes here. Cool. No point in trying the other one. I have a better chance of Mez. Well, I don't know about that. Is my chance of Mez resisting or the chance of having a crit lull failure higher on these mobs? I don't know. Well, now they're calmed. I can proceed to test out what level these dudes are. I will, I guess I'll do this, and hopefully not forget that I don't have a root memmed now. Of course. So this guy might be 51, but he's probably 52 if he damn it, now he's short-term Mez, so I can't use Dazzle on him either. I would be very surprised if this Allure is going to stick on this guy. I'm assuming he's 51, that he resisted that Mez. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna... Well, I guess what the hell, I'll aggro the other one. And see if he's allurable. I kind of assume these guys are both too high to charm with allure, which will be a pain. I don't like fighting with level 52 pets. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to have to use Boltrons. I think that guy is dazzled, right? Yeah. So, this fella, let's do it up. He might be level 53. Nope, Pat's hitting for 148, so he's level 52. I'm not going to even haste my pet right now. I'm going to let him handle this. I'm going to let him handle this without, don't even need theft of thought. this without haste to make it a little safer. Ooh, the other one is 53. So, oh, what's happening now? Okay, it looked like they got knocked through the wall. That wouldn't be good. So let's back him off a little bit so he doesn't push it through the wall. So my current pet, neither the 53 nor the 52 aggroed me standing in the corner, which is nice to know. My current pet is probably the best I can do. Maybe I'll get a level 51 spawned back here to use, but to keep myself a little safer in case of a charm break, I'm not. I'm going to wait on the room. I'm going to not haste my pet for now, let him kill this thing, and then I'll see about metting back up and pulling the named and killing him. 2 kills every 20 minutes, pretty boring, but it'd be sweet to get some of the nice East names spawned to kill and maybe get a chance at some nice drops. This guy who's back here can have 2 different weapons, I think, the one who's up right now. Either a nice one-hander for paladins, or a, which is still nice even in Velius terms, you know, it was amazing in Kunark, or a, the Obtenebrit short sword, which is a decent ratio short sword that procs Dooming Darkness. I need my pet anyways. You know, I'm kind of tempted to just... Ooh, these guys drop lots of gems! This is nice. Cool. Alright, bitch, you're going down. It'd be really nice if I don't even need to haste this guy to kill this stuff because of how high level he is. Or maybe put a weak haste on him, like, you know, something like augmentation. Not augment, but augmentation. And hope that he can kill this stuff without... this guy's level 54. I'm gonna redo my rune, just in case. Got 3 stuns up, which is cool. Might need all of them. Yeah, he's gonna spank this thing without haste. He was at like 70% when the fight started. Look at this, I'm killing names all over the place in East on this video. Even handled a few rough situations. Charm break while I'm fighting 2 things. Messed up on DS and still salvaged it. Aggroed stuff standing in her room. Pulled it off. Good luck with calms. I'm liking it. This is a good video. If you can tell, I'm kind of pumped. So I'll kill this guy and probably camp off my pet in the corner with improved invis memmed. And if I were staying in here for an extended period of time, I would definitely be giving my pet all the minus magic resist gear I have. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Which would be I mean, it's not like anybody else is going to come back here and kill my pet and steal my stuff. Especially in the less than 20 minutes it would take me to be out and then back in, and then I would see people clearing through the wing, and I would know to, you know, that I need to reclaim my gear. But yeah, that would help obviously reduce the chance of me having a charm break or multiple charm breaks in a fight. That would be a big problem. Yeah, I'm going to end the video here and log off. This is the gist of what's going on here, but I'm going to camp off my pet and come back on and rebuff. And, well, I guess I won't end the video. Why not? Oh. Yeah, stay there. Stay there, pet. Terrible, terrible armband. Well, worst items ever. Hopefully I get out before my pet decides to piss off, get mad at me, and summon me. And then when I come back in, I'll be able to get my buffs back up and met up and see what this Gnomes guy needs. Gnomes guy needs help with about the stalking probe trick. I think I have a video where I do it that shows the steps very clearly, but sometimes it's easier to have it explained also. So it looks like I'm going to get out here, and I'll give it just a little bit for him to make sure he's moved back into his corner so that when I log in standing up, he does not aggro me. And that was pretty sweet. I'll just log right back in. I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. But now I still have, like 15 minutes until the one respawns in this room, and 20 until the named repops. Or maybe that named is a longer respawn than the rest of the wing. I don't remember. We'll find out. I will improved in Viz. Now what I'm curious about, that I'm not sure I really want to test, is if I can sit diagonally from this guy without invis. That looks like a pretty long distance, but I think I'll try it. I think I'll be alright. Cool. Now he was calmed though, wasn't he? Yeah, calm is still on him, so maybe I'm in for a surprise when I sit down again here. Redo all my buffs probably. Well, I'm going to have time to spare, so. It'd be really nice if he doesn't aggro me when I'm sitting, so that way I can rebuff more quickly without having to constantly swap down, re-invis, and swap out one spell at a time and all that. I'm very pleased with myself being back here. Save and I had talked about this a little earlier today, because I've only killed a handful of mobs back in this area ever, like a half a dozen. And I know that he and Lorraine back in the day, early in Kunark, spent more time back here killing stuff. And I know that this is where Sven did all of his soloing of East on a 60 Shaman, because it's it's about the only spot you could do it on a Shaman, really, unless you use a lot of Invis potions, and we're doing this back in the pre-Invis pull change days. But, yeah, you kill each of these guys that's in here every time it respawns and pull the names and solo it. You'd probably be pretty busy. You'd probably be busy for like 12 or 15 minutes out of the 20 on a Shaman, because you'd be face tanking or using your pet once stuff's slowed and nuking or dotting everything down or whatever. But it wouldn't be, I don't think it'd be terribly difficult if you have torpor, obviously. I guess I can pop out this second. It's done to rebuff a little more quickly. We'll try to sit again and see if, I think Calm should have weared off by now. I think Calm should have worn off by now, so that if he will aggro me sitting here, he will do it now. It looks like he's not going to. Maybe Calm is still up, but I don't think so. What else do I have to rebuff? Healsdadar's had some good luck the last couple days. He and Nibris have been in Siren's Grotto quite a bit. Duo. Trying to get the big ticket drops in there. So it sounds like they really paid off big time last night. So once I put Bedlam up again to make sure that Rune stays below it in my buff order, I'll be fully rebuffed and ready to just wait till I get respawns and see if I can get another name popped in here. That'd be pretty awesome. I'm not sure if these only can spawn as golems in here, or if they're variable things. It'd be annoying to find out that undead can spawn in here too, and sometimes, you know, if I logged out in here and then logged in after a reset or whatever, it'd be a pain to find out that I'm going to get aggroed. Oh no, it's standing in the corner though. I thought we decided. At least with a 53. Potentially the trash maybe can be 54 in here. I'm not sure. I don't remember. Maybe it can, maybe it can't. If it can be 54, then there's a possibility it would still aggro me standing because they would have a different aggro radius than the 53. So I'm going to check the wiki and see if mortiferous golems are listed as being up to 54. The wiki's useless, as it often is about minor details like this. It claims that these things are all level 52, which is incorrect on P99 anyways, because clearly the one I have charmed is 52, but the other one I killed was higher level. You know, this spot right here actually in ways is safer than what I was doing in South, really. I'm not dealing with harm touches. A lull fail only aggroes 2 things at most onto me, and I don't need to use lull unless I am splitting the initial spawn, or I wait until this guy respawns before I charm this guy up. I'll check my logs quick to see what time stuff died. Alright, the mortiferous golem died 12 minutes ago. So he's going to be back up in about 8 more minutes. Just so I can remember. I'm bad at remembering times in the game. I'm trying to remember respawns or whatever. So I'm gonna... But yeah, you know, a little safer than South because I'm not calming and dealing with potentially bigger pulls, since this little area gives, you know, there's only 3 things that can aggro me back in here basically that I have to worry about. The only, I mean, stuff's a little higher level, but if these things only respawn as golems, it's safer. I could get some bad luck with charm breaks while fighting a mob that can't be stunned or mezzed except with rapture, potentially. That would be trouble. I'm still trying to find a Wand of Allure or 5. I'm getting to the point where I feel like I'm going to have to go try to put a group together to go do fear with a group or something, because it doesn't look like Paradox does fear. I don't know if the other guilds do, and I could convince somebody to let me tag along and offer my services as an enchanter in exchange for looting Wands of Allure. But I really need something that's a clicky recharm for situations like what could happen here, because although that I don't think it would recharm a level 52, so that'd be kind of a non-point. So one of the names in here, the Undertaker Lord, is level 56. You can't use a regular mez on something that's above level 55. So you can either and stuns don't hit him either. And he'd be very, very difficult to keep rooted. And he summons. And he's in Shadow Knight. So if I were fighting him, it could get ugly, because a charm break would mean I'm going to get summoned by my pet, or both of them are going to just move 2 feet to start beating on me. I'm not likely to have a resist trying to stun my pet so that he's not beating on me, but you can't stun the named guy, and I can't mez the named guy because I'm not going to have Rapture up in the middle of the fight. Too expensive, too slow of cast. So I'm going to have to try and stun and then recharm my pet without, while getting beat on by the named. If it happens before I have him slowed, rip, I guess. But if I have, never mind. It won't matter anyways. Wand of Allure casts Allure, so it's not going to be able to recharm this golem anyway, because he's level 52. Maybe they can spawn S51s, or maybe something else spawns in here that I can use. 5 minutes until I get a respawn, and I can maybe find out. I don't know if this Nomaz guy replied to me. Oh, he did. My bad. I almost messed it up. Well, I'm having a hard time processing this because I'm not... I don't even know. If you're natively a gnome, do you even need to use gnome illusion to get yourself pushed through the door? I should try that sometime, I guess. Try to see if I got about another minute, and I'm gonna... I guess I could... yeah, another minute, and I'm gonna start getting this guy locked back down. I've never tried to go through a door with the assumption that your base form is a gnome, because I've either been a dark elf or a high elf all the time. try that the next time I do a video just to see if I can figure it out. I don't like the idea that after killing this guy I'm going to have my pet wounded and I'm either going to be waiting for the respawn outside or I'm going to be trying to camp off my pet again. Alright, well I think I'm close enough to the respawn time. It's less than 2 minutes now. I'm gonna dazzle him. And then charm him. So that when the pop comes up, it'll charge over to my pet and engage him. I think I touched him already. We got 2. Okay. Almost time. Guess I can put this. Actually, I should probably leave that as a stun just in case I have a charm break and get a resist, and then I'll swap in a slow for Boltrons, assuming this thing pops before Boltrons wears off, which it should. Less than 30 seconds, I think, for a respawn. Wonder if this guy's going to be level 51. No. Oh, I see a 140. Could he possibly be only level 50? Why is my pet not moving anywhere? Did I root him? This guy's only level 50. I didn't know this stuff could be that low. Well, I'm not gonna... I mean, I don't feel like dealing with it right now, but it's nice to know that I can spawn stuff low enough in here that it doesn't even summon. And then I'd be able to actually... make it easier to... I mean, it'd be harder to keep a pet alive when fighting something that's tougher, but it would be easier to deal with in terms of... Is my pet really still rooted? Is that why he won't move out of that corner? Yeah. Oh, okay. How about that? Oh man, this is a good setup in here. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, that golem didn't drop a gem. He was the first one, I think, that hasn't. Look at all these fat loots I got over here, along with this ugly little terrible item. I guess I can give it away to a noob whizcaster or something, huh? Yeah, and I'm definitely safe in this corner sitting with that level 52 over there. I don't know if for the 53 would be different, but since some of this stuff can be even lower than that still. Nice. So we are now at about 1 more minute until the named potentially could respawn outside. Recast Bedlam and invis myself, and I'll go watch to see what we get. Oh, I guess I should redo Gnome. I forgot that I hadn't recast it since I logged out and back in. The trick with East, the thing that stinks in here is that you can only deal with one named at a time. Well, no, I take that back. I guess you could be spawning the Mortiferous Protector and killing the stuff out there and clearing this whole room that I'm near if you had a bigger group. But if you're like solo, duo, trio even, you're not going to have enough DPS to clear through. Placeholder repop. You're not going to be able to kill all this stuff and all this stuff in the other room in order to repop Mortiferous Protectors and this guy right here, probably. Maybe with the trio, I don't know, maybe you could pull it off. It'd probably be hard. Very interesting to know that this stuff can be all the way down to 50. Good deal. Wait for the placeholder path back by. I think Mez should be wearing off at just about the right time. Yep. If he'll ever path around close enough here, I can kill him. Come on, buddy. There we go. Ooh, this one's 54. He's a placeholder, though. He might be higher as a placeholder than the normal ones can be. And I'll chill like right here so that when Charm breaks I don't get summoned and I can just hopefully stun them both right away. I'm not sure about it, but I kind of like having a level 52 pet. Even if there's a little more risk of charm breaks, I feel like the charm breaks might be less dangerous now that I can let him kill stuff without any haste. You know, what was giving me the biggest problems in South was that when stuff is 60+% hasted, they bash so frequently that, especially if both of the mobs are summoning you and they both have their bashes available, you get stunned so much that you have a hard time getting off a spell. Or, if they're hasted, they swing so frequently that they push you around, and you end up getting interrupted even without being stunned or bashed. It makes it hard to get off stuns, which is why I've been keeping my 1 second level 4 stun up, because it's the only one that I was having consistency getting off without being interrupted. And then I would cast my higher level stun as well, which is a long enough duration stun that I can then cast an AoE Mez to get stuff locked down. But if I'm dealing with a pet that it quads, admittedly, so it hits quite a bit, but it doesn't attack nearly as quickly, and therefore it doesn't bash as often either, it feels like this might even be a safer way of doing things than dealing with a hasted level 49 or 50 pet. See, I'll do this here. Cast my faster stun, or my longer duration stun, and then I've got him mezzed. He never even got a round off on me. Oh, maybe he did. Maybe I just missed it. I didn't see the attacks. But anyway, there you go. Oh, another one that didn't drop anything. Boo! I was starting to be optimistic that I was going to be getting gem drops left and right in here. And now I can calm him because of where he is. I think he needs a calm. Oh, he is calmed. So just blur him, and I can recast my short-term buffs and log off, and I'll call it good for the video, since the gist of what I'm trying to accomplish in here has been conveyed, I would say, over the course of this video, and it's been a good one. So, yeah, good stuff. I'll stay back here for now. Over the course of the day, or whatever, I'll kill stuff back here and see if I can't get a drop or something. Since I'm feeling inferior now that the Nibris Healsdadar duo has paid off so greatly, and all I have to show for it is a handful of fingerbone hoops. Although even if I knew that I was going to make more money duoing, I just don't do it, because I prefer being able to solo and play however I want, whenever I want. But it's pretty easy to be jealous of somebody who got some awesome drops like that, though. Heals is going to be buying himself some sweet gear now. Orb of the Infinite Void, Hero Cloak. Okay. And I'm going to log off for a few minutes and call it good. Thanks for watching. I actually enjoyed this video. Well, I enjoy all of them, but this one especially, since it was in an area that I'm not very familiar with, and that it is a trickier area than what I'm used to dealing with, and it still went over very well. Would have been nice if I could have got a better drop than I did, but I mean, I guess I made 400, almost like 1,000 plat or something. Yeah, whatever. Good enough. Maybe I'll turn the video back on if I get a sweet named, and I'll try to splice them together, or whatever you do nowadays on YouTube. I don't know.